We're too tall. Okay, I was about to share 3 marketing hacks, but Dave Collins actually gave one away in his talk, which is exactly one of the techniques I was about to share, but still anyway. 2 independent guys came up with the same thing. So I'm the founder of Jitbit. Jitbit is a very small company, it's just 4 of us. And we're selling help desk software, building and selling help desk software. And this year we're about to break 2 million in sales annually, and which is cool for a 4-person company. And this is actually, help desk software it sucks being in a help desk software market. Oh yeah, because it's a very crowded market. And on a very crowded market, it's really hard to get noticed, and you have to constantly keep coming up with publicity stunts and marketing hacks. And like all sorts of guerrilla marketing and things. And my problem with that is I basically hate marketing. I hate copywriting, I hate blogging, I hate content marketing. I also hate social media marketing, Twitter ads and Facebook ads and AdWords and everything. I hate AdWords so much. It's like a million checkboxes. It freaks me out. This is how I feel basically. And I bet many of you feel the same way. And people will tell you like, that's a bad thing, coding, you get out of the room and talk to actual people. No, screw it, I'm not talking to you. So there are ways, luckily there are ways of how you can do marketing by writing code, just code. And one of the obvious ways of doing marketing by writing code is side project marketing. Raise your hand if you know what side project marketing is. Okay, some of you. Keep your hand up if you're actually doing side project marketing. Whoa, nice. Okay, so for those of you who have no idea what side project marketing is, it's basically this. You create an awesome free tool, and you publish it on your website, and you enjoy backlinks in return. Or you could use it to cross-promote and upsell your free product from free product to paid product. By the way, that's why it's really important to keep your side project on your main website. Don't put it on a separate website. Don't put it on a subdomain because you want the backlinks to boost the authority of your main website for search engine and everything. Now, a couple of examples so you have a better idea of what we're talking about. KISS metrics. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. KISS metrics. They have a number of side projects, and one of their side projects is the A/B test statistical significance calculator. You input your A/B test results, and it tells you how significant the results are. And basically, well, what makes this side project great is that it targets the same audience. It's closely related with their flagship product. And next example, actually, Pablo. Who knows Pablo? Okay, Pablo is a side project by Buffer, which is a social media management company. Once again, this tool generates beautiful images for your social media posts and for your blog posts and whatever. And it targets the same audience and closely related to your flagship product. But it doesn't have to be actually. Next example comes from my company, and this side project has nothing to do with our. Nothing to do with our flagship product. It has like 0 connection. This tool, it crawls your website and it finds all the pages on your website that trigger mixed content warnings. And this has been like the most successful side project we ever did. And we've built like 45 of them. This tool helped me land backlinks from Google.com. Actually, backlinks from Google, right? And backlinks from Mozilla.org. There's no way I would be able to write a blog post that will land me a backlink from Mozilla, right? There's no way I will be able to create some stupid infographic or whatever marketers are creating these days that will land me a backlink from Mozilla, right? But with a side project, that's doable, right? And I spend less time coding this stuff than it takes me to craft a blog post because English is my second language, so it takes me a lot of time to write a slick story and everything. And with a side project, by the way, another advantage is that people keep coming back to using the side project. They will keep sharing it and re-sharing it. No one will come back to reread your stupid blog post, right? But with the side project, it's doable. And another example, also from my company, Hacker News Rank. This is a Chrome extension I created for myself. What it does, it shows me the number of upvotes and Hacker News comments for the page I'm currently looking at. And my co-founder, he told me, like, dude, you're sitting on a side project. Let's release it to the public and get some backlinks. And we did. And we did. Website Grader. This is a side project by HubSpot. You know HubSpot, right? Dharmesh Shah, who's the co-founder of HubSpot and CTO of HubSpot, he actually coded this himself like 7 years ago, and he told me that this side project was generating, like, back in the days, it was generating like 50% of traffic to HubSpot, which is awesome, right? And the last example is, this is not actually a side project, this is a screenshot of my GitHub page. My company contributes a lot to the open source, and this can be a side project too. And we maintain a number of open source components, and people keep using those components and recommending the components on Stack Overflow, Quora, Wikipedia, and whatever. And we enjoy the backlinks, right? Now that you're all excited about side project marketing, I don't want you to go looking for side project ideas. That's not how creativity works. Because once you set yourself a goal, you're kind of, you're putting yourself under pressure, and that's where creativity stops, right? Instead, I want you to keep a background tab that monitors everything around you and watching for opportunity, right? Every time you're coding something for your app, every time you're building something for yourself, ask yourself, maybe I should publish this as open source, or maybe I should, which is actually a good thing because of the quality of code. As soon as you publish something open source, your code gets better. When you build something for yourself, just like I did with this Chrome extension, ask yourself, maybe you should publish this, package it as a side project and publish it online. Now, the next hack, next hack I would like to share. This is what Dave, literally, it's exactly the same. It's even funny how same it is, but still, even though it's worth something if two guys independently came up with the same thing in the same conference. Now, lazy SEO is my favorite way of doing SEO. It's basically you look at your existing organic traffic, you find keywords that already bring you visitors, turns out, the keywords that you were not aware of, and you optimize the pages for these very keywords. Now, a step-by-step instruction, this, by the way, even the screenshot are the same. You go to Google Search Console, you click Search Analytics, you filter the report, make sure you click the position at the top over there, the red one. You export everything into a spreadsheet, don't worry, I have the slides published. And, sorry, that's not that, no. Spoilers, okay. Yeah. You export everything to a spreadsheet, and then you filter the spreadsheet by position 11. What this report tells you, basically, is which keywords and which pages of your website are ranked at position 11. Why 11 is so great? Because if you manage to improve from 11 to 10 by throwing some more keyword mentions and adding some internal links on your website with the right anchor text and everything, if you improve from 11 to 10, you're actually moving your website from page 2 to page 1. That's exactly what Dave said 10 minutes ago. So, thank you. Now, and the last hack is more of a joke than a hack, and it works for Europeans only. And by Europeans, I mean someone that speaks, that has English as their second language. Raise your hand if English is not your first language, by the way. Because yesterday, okay, good. Yesterday as a reception, I had this, I met tons of people, all of them were from the States, all the UK, and I was like, whoa, I'm in trouble. Anyway, so this works for Europeans only, maybe continental Europeans, which will soon be European. We're used to seeing, like, we don't speak English that good, but since, like, still the majority of our customers are from the States or Australia, English-speaking world, right? You may like it or not, but once you get to, once you scale your business to a global size, it's a given, because it's the reality. And don't see it as a downside, see it as an upside. We speak more than one language. Not just we speak another language, we live inside those languages, right? We keep up in the news in those languages, we hang out on Facebook in these languages. Why is this great? Because we have, I love this thing. Okay, we have access to this whole segment of the internet, like a bubble, that no one else sees, right? It's like a black hole to the English-speaking world. Why is this great? Because, pay attention, there's tons of content that was viral in those bubbles, right? Like millions of backlinks, thousands of Twitter shares and Facebook likes, but it never made it to the English part of the internet, right? See where I'm going with this? You find that content, you translate, you publish on your blog. Tons of great content to steal. I don't actually steal anything. Ask for permission, 100% people will say yes anyway because they get tons of linkers. It's a win-win thing, basically, right? You publish on your blog, you ask for permission to publish on your blog, and you enjoy the backlinks and everything. I don't use this technique like very often, maybe once a year, maybe twice a year tops. But when I do, it works amazing. Unlike this device. Okay, now just like with side project, I don't want you to look for this file content. Instead, I want you to have the background thread. That's the best way. That's, by the way, the biggest marketing hack I'm giving away. Keeping that background thread. Master that skill of keeping a background thread that watches everything around you, and keep nagging yourself with this question like, can I use this for my marketing? Can I use that for my marketing? That is the way. That's the best way to boost your creativity when it comes to marketing. Sorry. No, that's not me. Yeah, well, screw it. Thank you so much. That's me. That's my email, blah, blah, blah. And I already published the slides online, by the way. It's jitbit.com/marketing. It's a stupid URL, I know, but it will just redirect you to the page, to the post with the slideshow slides. Okay, thank you.